Hello everyone and welcome to another Keystone video. In this one we're going to be talking about the Riot Pls 2017 video that they released last week. It's actually exactly last week, December 11th, and today's December 18th. So it's basically just a video talking about the year as a whole, going over all the changes that they made, all the new champs they added, the reworks that they've done, even different metas and stuff like that. So just to go over a quick list of some of the stuff they added, of course the big one, the one that makes everything else possible, is the new client.
Yes.
You used to play back in the day.
That ugly ass client.
Oh my gosh, the Adobe Air client. Good stuff. Runes Reforged.
Mm-hmm.
The new leveling system, the practice tool, the highlights tool.
I haven't used it.
It's pretty cool. I've used it like twice. I mean, it's so funny because it's one of those things where everybody was just like, we need, what is it, recordings, we need playback, like, and then it comes out and you're like, oh, okay, I use this like once a month. Hi, kitty. What you doing? You want to get in the video? So we have our first guest appearance by our cat, Zeke.
Zeke's Convergence over here.
Zeke's Convergence.
See you, dude.
Is that all you have to say?
Okay.
All right. So other than missions, I said missions, right?
You have not. We stopped at highlights.
Highlights, missions, Honor 2.0, and the 10 ban system. So out of all of those things, or even something else that I might not have said, what is your favorite thing that they've added?
So I mean, like, Runes Reforged, I feel like it's kind of hard not to say that. Okay, I mean, I guess the client, because like you said, that's what made all of this stuff possible.
Right.
There's a lot of
It's
really
easy
cool
answer.
stuff. Yeah, like, so that's the easy answer. I think Runes is also like another easy answer. Just because, in my opinion, it is an improvement over the old Runes and Mastery system. It's not perfect, but it's good. And
Yes.
being able to change it on the fly in champ select, really cool. And overall, I just think it's like a really
You're
interesting
forgetting
ad.
one thing that I always point out. It's free.
It's free.
It's
yes.
free. And you don't have to... Well, I guess it was always technically free, but you had to spend IP on it, which meant you weren't spending that IP on champions.
Which feels bad.
Which feels bad. You don't have to grind for a million years to get one... like 1.5 attack damage Quint. It's like, oh great, I could have spent that on a whole new champion, and now I do a little bit more damage. My favorite is emotes.
I think the emotes are really cool.
They're so funny. It's just like, you just make a stupid play and then flash the thumbs up emote. You're just like, or when someone else makes a stupid play and you want to flame your teammate.
Yes. Your jungler comes in and just totally messes up the gank and dies.
Yep.
Good job.
What do you mean? That never happens in solo queue.
What? Nah.
No, to be honest though, emotes are really fun.
And you don't have to buy them. Like, there are people that like flame emotes for like no reason. They're just like,
Yeah,
oh, Riot's trying to
especially
have fun. No, this is League. It's like, you don't have to buy them, dude. Just fucking, you can even
And
turn
you
them
can
off.
say,
Yeah, just turn them off.
Everybody was hating on them when they were first
Especially the
announced, but I
dabbing
think-
Pang one. Reddit was like, Riot's trying to have fun? No!
Riot's not allowed to have fun.
No.
Is there anything that you can think of that you might, wish that they would add in 2018?
Like, major things, not like off the top of my head. There's like some things I've seen that people suggest that made sense. Like, I think being able to honor the enemy could be like an interesting thing.
I forgot that they used to be able to do that.
Yeah, so like, especially like the new the Honor 2.0 system. So like, being able to do that, I think that's like interesting.
Yeah. I feel like they could definitely update the honor system to be better, and they actually
make
talked
more-
about doing that.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking of is more options, or just clear options as far as the actual category of the honor.
Yeah.
I feel like right now you always just honor the person that carries your team.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's fine, that's whatever, but it should actually incentivize people to actually be not pieces of shit in game.
Yeah, I think so. Like, yesterday,
And I think the honorable opponent thing would help with that.
Yeah, it's like the whole point of the honor system, you would think. Like yesterday I played a game and I was playing like shit, but I didn't stop playing and we won and I got a tilt proof and I was like, I didn't tilt.
Right.
So yeah, no, it's a cool system. It's better than the old honor system. It can just get better.
Yeah, and so I've talked to you about this before. One of the things that I wish that they would change about the position filtering in Champ Select. So now how you can filter your Champ Select menu by role, or actually it's position. You used to be able to do it by role, and that was weird because you would want to play bot lane and you hit marksman and you see Timo there and you're just like, unless you're like bronze 4 or something, you're like, there's something wrong here. Not hating on any Timo AD carry mains. You do what you do.
God bless you.
But so they changed it so it's now by position, and it takes the aggregate data of like what champions were played in that position from the last patch, which is super neat. And there's the feature of like adding champions as favorites. And you can't do that outside of Champ Select itself.
Yeah.
You should be able to do that in the collections tab. Because I was just like starting up games with a practice tool.
Yeah.
And like in the minute window they give you, just like, okay, this is my favorite champion in this role. This is my favorite champion in this role. And then the actual sort by filter gets reset from game to game, which is annoying.
So yeah, it's like little quality of life thing.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's going to be things that they add in 2018 where I'm just like, oh wow, I never knew I needed that.
Yeah,
I need that.
I mean, speaking of which, like you touched on, like practice tool. I think I use a practice tool probably like once a week, maybe. Just like you get I mean, this isn't pertaining to you, but like get a new champion, especially because like I jungle, so like I can run through the champions. Exactly, just like run through the jungle camps real quick and like see like, oh, this is better, like this path is better early on. Or like if you're just like, hey, maybe this like new rune like setup that I'm thinking about could like work a little bit better. So it's useful, I think.
Yeah, no,
it just took them forever to do it.
It's definitely really cool, and I think there's actually a little bit more room that they can work with in the practice tool. It's good for what it is right now, and yeah, I use it every now and then. It's another thing that most people were just like
freaking out.
We need the sandbox mode. We need the sandbox mode. And then they give you a practice tool. It's not a full sandbox mode, but it's pretty nice. And everybody's just like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Cool. Now we got it.
Good stuff.
So the last thing they talked about in the video is actually Clash mode, which is super cool sounding, I think.
Yeah.
Like a competitive like mini tournament mode that they're going to be holding, I think like once or twice a month.
That's what it seems like, yeah.
And you have to actually buy into the mode. You have to put in tickets, which are either worth blue essence or RP.
Yep.
And you can earn them in missions for free.
Yes.
But that allows you to have higher rewards.
Yes.
You can get like skin shards and stuff like that from winning the tournaments. And it's a really nice way to kind of emulate the esports experience, which League's popularity has been pretty majorly built by.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff. So it's in beta right now on EU West and one other server. So like I've been seeing a lot of posts on Reddit about people trying out this new mode, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive. Like I've seen a lot of people being like, this is the coolest thing that Riot has ever like implemented in the game, at least in like recent memory. Of course there's like bugs with it. Like people are saying they're like getting kicked out of game and that kind of stuff. But like overall the idea is really good. Apparently like within the game, like everybody has been, I mean, this is like a minor thing, but everybody's been like really like nice and like, you know, good look, have fun, like good game, not just like, oh bitch, I just like went all over you all game. So like, I mean, minor thing, but the whole thing is really interesting. In Champ Select, you'll have access to every champion, so you can like pick for each other's roles.
That's so cool. I never even really thought about that, but that's so cool. I mean, you do have to put in blue essence, so depending on how much that costs, maybe that doesn't mean a whole lot. And if you're trying to play a champion that you don't own, it's more so for like switching. For picking. Okay,
I guess you could pick a champion that you don't own, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
You can see you can scout the other team for like a day, so you can see their like most played champions and just ban them, which is like funny. But I guess like if you were like super serious about Clash mode, you could just like spam like a champion that you're not even really that good with.
I'm actually just a zillion jungler main.
So it's gonna be cool. I'm really excited. I'm definitely gonna play it as soon as it starts.
I really want to as well. I'm excited for it. It definitely seems like, I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be super popular at first,
Yeah.
but there's gonna be that like hardcore base of like Clash players
Oh yeah.
who are just all about Clash and like nothing else. It's just, I mean, it's cool. Like I used to play ranked fives and like wanted to actually get a team that would play regularly and, you know, actually come together to work on picks and bans and, you know, practice certain comps and strats and stuff like that. And, you know, you used to have to like grind out so many games in ranked fives to work up the ladder. And this is kind of a shortened, condensed version of that. With more tools built around it.
Yeah, and the environment itself too, I feel like is going to drive people to try harder because it has that professional environment. So you're going to want to work on, like, you can lose at your pick and ban phase if you just have no idea what you're doing. You're just like blindly doing shit. So
yeah. So overall, good job, Riot.
Yeah, Clash.
A lot of cool stuff that they added this year. Clash looks really cool. I'm excited for 2018. I'm excited for the Swain rework that is supposedly next on the docket.
Needed,
Irelia, which a lot of people were like, why Irelia and not like another champion? I think Irelia is just an example of a champion who has just such a binary design.
It's an outdated kid, for sure.
She just like jumps on you and hits you with her
Yeah.
Triforce. And if she has enough gold, she kills you, and if she doesn't, she doesn't.
Yeah.
There's so much that you can do with like a telekinetic blade weaving like champion. So that one's I'm really excited about.
Apparently, Riot let Irelia carries you play the new rework to get his feedback on it, and he's like, "This is awesome.
Really,
I love this
really
rework."
cool that
Makes
they did
so
that.
much sense. Yeah,
I think they did that with Froggen and Zoe.
Yeah, I heard.
And I swear they did that with like not back in the day. It was like super long ago. But when they reworked Cat, pretty sure Skara.
Really?
I think so. I want to say that.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes a lot of sense because it just lets Riot. It lets you see that Riot understands that they might not always have the best perspective on like a single aspect of the game.
Yeah, on their own game.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, makes sense. You have so many Riot employees and way more many players, and you know those players that just grind out games on that champion are gonna know the ins and outs more than for the most part than the balance team.
Yeah.
In the champion.
The balance team may not always be balanced. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're just doing like the craziest thing.
That's a topic for another video.
It is.
Yeah, so I think that will conclude our video on the Riot Pls 2017 video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.
Next time.
Yeah.